Imagine the heavy, suffocating silence that settles over a battlefield just as the final, deafening clash of weapons fades away. The Great War of Lanka has ended. It's the morning of the fourth day, just past the first night of the new moon, lingering right near the winter solstice, a time when the entire world seems to hold its breath, waiting to see if spring will dare to begin again. Surya, the sun, turns in his sky and starts pouring out this incredible, bright silver and fine gold light over a thoroughly broken morning world. He throws his beams down cordially, bathing the blood-stained, ash-covered earth in a warm, remarkably reliable glow. We're stepping right into the immediate, deeply emotional aftermath of an epic conflict. A moment in time where we find profound spiritual transitions, hidden ancient magic, and the kind of bittersweet farewells that can only follow a world-shattering war.
Rama, the weary, battle-scarred victor, finally begins to strip away his heavy armor. The air actually grows warm against his skin. His most loyal companions, Hanuman and the newly crowned demon king Vibhishana, rush to his side expecting celebration. But Rama just looks out over the scarred, burning landscape, and a profound, incredibly somber relief washes over him. He stands there and utters these breathtaking words. "Long love is now remembered. Be still. I've recovered her. We are reunited, and all the old lovely colors return and come again into my view." Think about the sheer emotional weight here. The frantic, desperate, continent-spanning search is over. The singular driving force of his agonizing journey, recovering his beloved Sita, is achieved. In his mind, the gray, desolate world is suddenly washed clean, and the vibrant, beautiful colors of life are finally, miraculously, blooming back into existence.
Section 1. Dawn of the New Age. The sun turns in his sky. Rama completely sheds the worn garments of a wandering warrior. Vibhishana steps forward holding a pristine bundle, royal robes from Ayodhya, magically preserved by Lakshmana through all the long, grueling years of their exile. As Rama dresses in the familiar garments of a home he hasn't seen in over a decade, he looks out at the quiet, desolate city of Lanka. He never wished harm upon its golden beauty, but Vibhishana, now the lord of Lanka, makes a solemn pledge to him. The Rakshasas will return to their original destiny set by Brahma. They are going to be protectors. They'll quietly guard the temples, they'll harm no good men, and most intriguingly, Vibhishana vows to weave a massive spell to hide Lanka's dazzling golden beauty from the eyes of the mortal world forever. And they begin this new era with an act of profound respect. Even in death, the fallen emperor Ravana is treated with absolute honor. There's no desecration, no vengeance on the body. The Rakshasas move swiftly and silently. They wash Ravana's bloodied body, adorning his massive chest with a brilliant new gold thread. They build a fragrant funeral pyre out of red and white sandalwood logs, carefully placing his weapons and heavy garlands of marigolds beside him. From gleaming brass ladles, the priests pour butter and buttermilk, lighting the pyre with sacred fire from a burning jar. In mere moments, the fearsome, seemingly invincible ruler is consumed, his earthly body returned to the five elements. It's this incredibly powerful reminder that the true path of Dharma requires honoring a defeated foe. But history, as it always does, leaves us with a haunting legend. They say that Ravana's funeral pyre never truly died out, that even now, long afterwards, if you look closely, that flame can sometimes be seen shimmering at night, high on a hidden hill in Lanka, burning right through the magical spells that conceal the Golden City.
Section 2. The Daughter of Illusion, a Queen's Grief.
Away from the rising smoke of the pyre, deep behind the shadowed palace walls, we find the fair-skinned Queen Mandodari. She is dressed entirely in heavy, wet, white robes, having just bathed in an ice-cold mountain stream, offering seeds and sacred grass to the ancestors. She sits by the waterside completely disconsolate. She's weeping bitterly for a husband who, despite all his terrible flaws and his fatal lust, she deeply, truly loved. She remembers his graceful form, his smooth skin, the way his laughter used to echo in their private gardens. And now, she's a queen of a fading, broken city, utterly alone. But in the absolute depths of her despair, a figure steps out of the shadows. It is her father, Maya. He isn't just any father. He is the ancient Asura architect, the astronomer of the olden gods, and the absolute master of illusion. He touches her trembling shoulder gently, urging her not to cry. When Mandodari looks up and asks what is possibly left for her, what will become of her people and her beloved city, Maya simply smiles this knowing, sad smile and asks, "What city?" He offers her an escape from an unbearable reality. He promises to take her back to his cave of trees, a hidden sanctuary of young, safe dreams. It's a profound look into the psychology of grief. It shows how, in the face of catastrophic, unimaginable loss, humanity will so often retreat into the sheltering shadows of memory, desperately willing the crushing sorrow to dissolve into nothing but a bright shadow of what perhaps never was.
Listen to the heartbreaking tenderness of his command to her. Leave here everything that is Lanka's, and take away only your own deeds. And besides that, only love may go beyond, along with us. Maya gently enchants her crippling grief away. As they prepare to leave the mortal world behind, Mandodari physically transforms right before our eyes. She is no longer the burdened, grieving widow of a slain emperor. She becomes like a little girl again. She's suddenly wearing a beautiful dress of blue, pink, and silver, with tiny golden shoes on her feet. She smiles up at her father with complete innocence. Hand in hand, they walk down a long, echoing hall of unfamiliar shady trees toward an open door flooded with warm sunshine, leaving the ruins and the heavy history of Lanka far behind them. It's this gorgeous, aching reminder that when all else is destroyed, when kingdoms fall to ash, love is literally the only thing we can take with us into the beautiful, endless illusions of Maya's sanctuary.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, a very different kind of reunion is taking place, drawing a brilliant, sharp contrast to Mandodari's immense grief. Hanuman, his white fur ruffled by the wind and vibrating with absolute joy, flies straight to the Asoka Grove. But the captive he finds waiting for him is no longer in mourning. Sita sits under the grand golden tree, and she is bold, and she is radiant. She wears a brand new dress, a meticulously woven crown of fresh, fragrant wildflowers on her head, and a delicate pink shell necklace around her throat. Her face is as bright as the full moon. When Hanuman officially delivers the news of the victory, the smile that breaks across Sita's face is completely intoxicating. Overflowing with profound gratitude, she grants the noble monkey a massive, universe-altering boon, that he will always know the true, that he will always be strong and infinitely wise, and above all, she gives him her real, eternal love. For Hanuman, a warrior of pure devotion, these spoken words are treasures infinitely brighter and more valuable than any jewel in the world.
Section 3. The Witness of True Fire, the Cosmic Revelation.
As Sita finally walks out of the gates of Lanka, her gentle face glowing with pure love, something utterly miraculous begins to happen. The armies of monkeys and bears, witnessing her grace, instinctively draw back. They fall to their knees in the dirt. A heavy, undeniable divine reverence settles thick over the earth. Up in the sky above, ethereal voices begin to sing praises, and fragrant, unearthly flower petals actually begin to fall from heaven itself. The brutal, ugly ravages of the war simply vanish from the air. Suddenly, two gleaming, unwavering chariots appear out of nowhere in the sky. The stage is being set for a revelation so massive, it shakes the very foundations of the mortal realm. From these celestial chariots descend Agni, the towering god of fire, and Indra, the king of heaven. They walk right up to Rama, and Rama, still caught in the humility of his human life, insists, "I am Rama, a mortal man." But the gods just look at him in sheer, absolute amazement. Indra, walking barefoot and casting absolutely no shadow on the ground, challenges this entire mortal illusion. He tells Rama that the simple closing of his eyes is the night of the world's end, and his awakening is the very beginning of time itself. Agni, who is essentially a joyous, blazing furnace of a god, steps forward and declares that Rama is the searcher of hearts, Lord Narayana himself, and that Sita is the great goddess Lakshmi. They have deliberately descended into this painful mortal coil to favor men, to prove once and for all that humanity is never weak and never, ever alone.
Picture Agni in this moment, fully immersed in his primal element, practically a living, breathing hearth. The sheer heat radiating off his body is so insanely intense that his own golden rings and heavy hand ornaments begin to physically melt. They fall as heavy, smoking drops of liquid metal, hissing as they hit the earth. His precious jewels literally shatter from the sheer overwhelming temperature. He reaches out and takes Sita's hand. "I can test the true," he rumbles, a voice like a forest fire. He gently places Sita's hand directly into Rama's, and then, in a twist that shocks everyone watching, Agni violently recoils. He pulls his arm back as quick as a striking serpent. Rama, the man who still genuinely believes he is merely mortal, has just burned the god of fire. It's a breathtaking philosophical visual. Beside absolute, fundamental truth, even the lapping, devouring flames of Agni are dull and cool by comparison.
With the elemental fire serving as their ultimate, undeniable witness, Sita looks up at Rama with a look of excellent, profound joy. Rama reaches out and gently ties her wedding pearl leaf back into her sleek, dark hair. "Now you're mine again," he whispers to her. In that single quiet moment, the immense, terrifying cosmic scale of the gods just fades away into the background, entirely replaced by the intimate, overwhelming warmth of true, hard-won love. Leaving the kneeling, awestruck armies behind them, they turn and walk away down the hill, hand in hand. They drop all the grand formalities of kings and gods until Rama just holds her tightly around the waist, and they disappear into a quiet, leafy little cabin that was built just for them.
Section 4. Secrets of the Ancient Vault, the Rakshasa Legacy.
But the deep mysteries of Lanka are not yet entirely exhausted. Down below, Vibhishana invites Hanuman into the grand royal palace. He leads the monkey warrior down these incredibly narrow, winding stone stairs, lit only by the soft glow of gleaming cut jewels embedded right into the walls. They walk deeper, deeper, and deeper still into the ancient bedrock of Trikuarta Hill, until they finally arrive at a massive, impossibly heavy storeroom door. And here is the true marvel of it. The door is completely secured by 10,001 ornate, curious locks. Yet with a single, sweeping motion of his hands, and just one ancient key, Vibhishana unlocks every single one of them. The heavy vault door groans and swings open to reveal a staggering, world-altering secret. They step into a vast, incredibly sweet-smelling room carved smoothly straight from the heartstone of the earth. The entire cavern is illuminated by these floating, ethereal glass globes suspended from thick golden chains. And there, on the far wall, glowing brightly in letters of pure gold inlaid on vibrant, deep blue lapis stone, is the ancient motto of Viswakarman, the architect of heaven: please yourself, tell the truth, and be tranquil. Hanuman realizes, with a sense of awe, that he is the first and only outsider who will ever lay eyes on this sacred, hidden sanctuary.
Because what lies within this room is a breathtaking, almost overwhelming catalog of ancient knowledge and raw power. This isn't just a treasury of gold coins, it's a literal library of existence. Hanuman looks around and sees endless shelves stacked with cool, impossibly fine linens, neatly folded skins of silver wolves, and rich tiger pelts. There are towering stacks of magical books, secret, world-spanning treasure maps, and incredibly complex dictionaries mapping out long-forgotten languages and the movements of ancient stars. Great stone bins overflow with irreplaceable, intoxicating wines and mysterious glowing love potions. And if you look up, the vaulted stone ceilings are meticulously decorated with polished copper balls, grand brass suns, pale ivory moons, and these incredibly delicate, intricate flowers forged entirely from cold, dark iron and blue steel. It is the accumulated, hard-fought wisdom of the entire Rakshasa race, meticulously preserved in the dark since time began again.
Section 5. The Mantras of Compassion, the Blooming of Spring.
Because Hanuman has proven himself to be a true, profoundly selfless friend through the fires of war, Vibhishana decides to offer him one priceless gift from this hidden vault. He walks over to a specific shelf and, carefully, almost reverently, takes down a dusty book. Its pages are made of long, shiny palm leaves, tied delicately between faded wood covers with a simple string. This is a Shastra book of the law, and it contains something completely beyond any mortal price, the literal power over life and death itself. Vibhishana patiently instructs Hanuman on the exact resurrection process. Hanuman commits the ancient verses to memory. These are the mantras of compassion. He then leaves the cool dark of the hidden vault, walks back up to the surface, stands firmly on the blood-soaked earth outside the great walls of Lanka, and he speaks the powerful words aloud. Imagine the deep, vibrating resonance of those ancient verses echoing across the quiet, devastated hillsides where the fallen animals still lie. The effect is miraculous and it is immediate. A wave of magic literally surges through the soil beneath his feet. Not only do the dead begin to stir, but the very landscape of the earth responds to the compassion. Barren trees suddenly unveil their leaves and flower brilliantly, completely out of season. The blasted land instantly bears heavy ripe fruit, and dry, cracked springs burst forth with full, clear, rushing water.
Imagine the sheer, unadulterated, chaotic joy erupting on that battlefield. Monkeys, apes, and giant bears who had been burnt, broken, or crushed under the wheels of war chariots suddenly awake from the dark of death completely, miraculously unhurt. They look around at their own hands, at the bright sky in absolute wonder, asking each other, what blessing is this? It is the ultimate testament to Rama's immense kindliness and his true victory. The rhythmic, joyous chant of live and grow, echoes through the massive ranks as friends fiercely embrace friends they genuinely thought were lost forever to the dark void. They gave up their forest homes, they cared absolutely nothing for their own safety or death to rescue the innocent, and now they are whole and strong once more. It shows us beautifully that true victory, the ultimate realization of Dharma, is never found in the destruction of your enemies. It is found in the power to heal, to rebuild, and to restore life after the dark battle is finally won.
Section 6. The Thousand-Wheeled Chariot. Flight to Ayodhya.
But even amidst all these joyous, tearful reunions, a terrifying ticking clock threatens to ruin their ultimate happy ending. The agonizing 14 years of Rama's exile are nearly complete. He absolutely must return to fair Ayodhya immediately, or his fiercely loyal brother Bharata, believing Rama is lost to the world forever, will step directly into a roaring fire and end his own life. The journey back by foot is impossibly, desperately long. They need a literal miracle to cross that sprawling, continental distance in time. And then, the ultimate marvel of the ancient world appears, Pushpaka. Vibhishana walks out of the gates of Lanka, and following silently behind him, hovering in the air, is a mind-driven chariot. It is vast and glorious, literally the size of a flying city. It glitters blindingly with gold, silver, and clear blue sapphires. Imagine looking up and seeing a flying mountain made of crystal bases, blooming lotus flowers, rich saffron canopies, and entire summer houses built of intricately carved wood, all just floating effortlessly off the ground. Massive rainbows are tied into complex, colored knots to form its structural frame, and thousands of softly ringing wind bells chime out a melody in the breeze. It is a vessel built by the heavenly architect himself, easily capable of carrying an entire civilization into the clouds. And it absolutely needs to be that vast. Hanuman unties the many heavy rope ladders and golden steps, letting them drop down to the earth below. What follows is a boarding sequence of truly monumental, epic scale. 23 million monkeys and bears enthusiastically climb aboard. They flood the lush aerial gardens, they line the intricate carved railings, and they joyously run through the cool, sparkling fountains built right into the decks of the flying chariot. Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and Vibhishana with his royal ministers all take their honored places at the helm. It is a mass exodus of triumphant heroes, leaving the ashes of war to return to the heart of peace. With a deafening, earth-shaking roar that sounds like a mixture of fireworks and massive crashing waterfalls, the immense chariot lifts off the earth. It hovers for a moment, then turns silently, banking high into the clear blue sky, facing directly into the fresh morning wind. They are finally flying home. But as we watch this magnificent flying city disappear in a wide climbing curve toward the horizon, a profound, lingering question hangs over the empty, scarred landscape they leave behind. As Vibhishana's grand spell takes hold and the golden towers of Lanka slowly vanish from mortal sight forever, what ancient, forgotten magic still slumbers in the silent, perfumed vaults beneath that now invisible city? The great war is over, the heroes have departed to claim their destiny, but the grand wheel of Dharma just keeps turning, quietly guarding its deepest secrets in the dark.